In general, I would say that my work really tries to highlight issues, societal issues that are very difficult to talk about. I was very aware that there was very little communication, meaningful communication within the family. And so I found that there were lots of actually disagreements in the home with regards to our values and our worldviews at large. And so I wanted to create this platform that would sort of enable my family to begin talking about these things. In my generation when I was growing up, it's quite common to see like 3 generations. So that was the way that I grew up, and also I think a lot of my friends, like they lived with their grandparents, they shared bedrooms with their siblings, so it was a lot of like, I guess sort of intergenerational ideas that were conflated into like one single household, and each generation like dealing with very different problems and not necessarily like knowing how to communicate about them. So in general, like all the scenes in the role are sort of loosely based on memories with family, and also based off of like old family photographs that I was looking at. A sort of reenactment of what I remember, but then infused with like the issues that I was dealing with at that time, like much later, like many years later. American female photographer Sally Mann, British female photographer Tierney Guerin, of course Japanese female photographer Nagashima Yurie, and a Singaporean artist Amanda Hing. I was drawn to each of their works for different reasons, but all of them of course use like the naked body within the context of the family. And the naked body within the context of the family is important for me because we are born into the world like as a naked person. But then it is the family unit which is like the first point where your body starts to become conditioned, right? So you gradually wear on like different things, ideas, and also physical things like clothes and stuff like that. I just told them that it was for a school project, and because it just sounds less risky, or you know, something that, oh okay, like a young person is experimenting with, so it just feels less threatening. Yes, definitely. First of all, I would say that I came to the conclusion that my family is kind of traditional in some ways, but also incredibly open in other ways, especially like for an Asian Chinese family growing up in very conservative Singapore. And that was a very big surprise to me, because I was never rejected by my family for this series. This was when I really felt like the love and the affection from deep within that they just didn't really know how to express. If I wanted the family to change, I was going to have to change on my own first and sort of lead the way. I was already doing that with the photography, and I was aware that the photography in itself was not going to change anything about the family, but it was sort of like a reminder for me to do so like behind the camera. So to start with changing myself and leading the way for my family. I also want to say that like forgiveness is really important when trying to heal. Yeah, ultimately the work is about healing. So it's important to forgive yourself, to forgive your family. See your family, your parents and their parents, you know, as part of like a larger cycle of life.